Hello students, I am Kashif Ibrahim and we are discussing A's level computer science, uh, different types of exam type questions. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss an exam question of 2019, how to generate random numbers. Uh, let's see the question. The question is, a student is learning about random number generation. She is investigating how many times the random number function needs to be called before every number in given series is generated. She is using pseudocode to develop a procedure test rand which will use the random number function to generate an integer value in the range 1 to 50 inclusive. Means a series has to be generated from 1 to 50 by using the random number, but the number if the number is generated from the range 1 to 50, only one time, one time that has to be counted. Count how many times the random number function needs to be called before all 50 values have been generated. Output a message giving the number of times the random function was called. So we have to use counters. What is given in the paper? Two functions have been given. The int function, which will take some real number and it will return integer. And what is the example? Int 27.5415, so it will return 27, right? So it is truncating the decimal part and giving the integer only. RAND function, it is taking integer and returning real number, returns a real number in the range 0 to x. X is not inclusive. X is not included here. Example RAND 87 could return 35.431234, whatever. Okay, one thing I tell you, in normal languages, random numbers are given and random numbers generate sometimes 0 to 1 in any number between 0 to 1, for example 0.457, and then that number is multiplied by 100 or is multiplied by a specific number to generate a number between some range. But here it is not the case. Whatever number will be inputted in RAND function, this will generate number from 0 to that particular input. So what is the solution? Solution I have taken from the past paper uh, answer script. What they are saying, what logic they have used an array, right? This is the procedure test RAND. It is starting from here and this is ending end procedure. So this is the start and end of procedure. So you can see that rest of the codes have been indented, right? In some space have been left. So it is showing that all these codes are within this procedure. Then after this, what they are doing, they are declaring some identifiers and array. So first of all, they are declaring my array, which is from 1 to 50, and this is Boolean type. It will take true or false. Then the second is attempt. This is an integer type, and declare num found. This is also integer type. Attempt is used at how many times RAND function was executed, and how many times the number found. This will be stored in num found. Then declare this RAND number integer. And what is this for? This is used to point a particular uh, element of the array. What it is doing, that we will see. Declare index integer, right? and this is also a counter. After this, what is happening? They are running just a for next loop from 1 to 50, and index counter has been used, and this my array has been filled with false. All the elements of this array they have been filled with right. After this, they are initializing num found is equal to 0 and attempt both have been initialized with 0. Now they are starting a loop, while loop, and it is ending here. And rest of the code you can see they have codes have been indented. What it is saying, with while we have a condition, it will run up till the num found value is less than 50. Means if the value of num found is less than 50, then these codes will be executed. And when the value is equal to 50, then the loop will be terminated and it will come here, and this statement output number of calls to RAND was this will be executed. So we have to calculate value in this in during this loop. Inside the body of this loop, what is happening? This RND number is equal to 1 plus int RND number. RND number function will generate a value from 0 to 50, right? For example, it generates 49.7. Then it will take 49 only because of this int function, and 1 is being added because it is not generating value up till 50. Means 50 uh, is inclusive, right? So whatever value it is generating, for example, up till 50, the value is less than 50, 49.7. So it will never generate value which is more than 50 or 50. This function will never generate value which is more than 50 or 50. So 0 to 50 value will be generated, for example 49.7 or 49.8. So if it becomes 49 because of this int function, then 1 will be added, and the element which will be addressed, that will be 50, this RND number. Then attempt, because all the attempts, how many attempts have been taken, they are to be recorded. So attempt is equal to attempt plus 1. Then it is checking if this RND number, means for example 50, is equal to false. If still it is false, then my array, this RND number will become true. So for example, this is false, so here it will be true, right? Then after this, num found, because one of the value has been found, then num found will be added. Now it is ending here and it is checking num found. If it has become 50, means all 50 values have been found, then loop is to be terminated. If it has not, then again random number will be generated. For example, this time if it generates 37.45, then this part will be truncated, and only 37, because of int 37 will be the output of this function. 37 plus 1, 38. So here, for example, this is false at present. 38 number will be stored here. So this 38, if it checks if my array 38 is equal to false, which is still false, then my array, this number, it will become true. So here this will be overwritten with the value true, right? For example, and this is how it will go. num found is equal to num plus 2, num plus 1, sorry. So it will become 2, and this is how it will go on, and it will keep on checking and keep on generating the R&D number. For example, if again it generates a number, let's suppose 49.3. So because of this int, it will output only 49, and 49 plus 1, 50. Then attempt is equal to attempt plus 1. Again, this will be added, 1 will be added here. It will become 3, and it will check again. If my array, and this is 50, this R&D number, this is 50, is equal to false. This is not false in this case now. This is true. So these two lines will not be executed, and num found will not be added. One will not be added to num found, right? And then it will go back. Clear? So it will keep on executing until unless all these become true, right? And the number of times it has attempted, that will also be recorded. And at the end, when the num found becomes 50, then the loop will be terminated, and it will output the number of calls to RAND was this one. It may be 75, it may be 100, it may be 120, whatever, and the procedure will be ended. So this is how uh, the this question will be solved. That use of the she's investigating how many times the R&D random function needs to be called before every number is in a given series is generated. So this will be solved by using the algorithm I have told you. I hope that you had some understanding of random number generation and how this problem can be solved. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Store